Hello and welcome to Board Game TV Shadow Sunday. So we're continuing with our Shadows of Brimstone playthrough, and we're going to be playing some of the Void Sorcerers and Void Hounds with the Deluxe Enemy Pack Masters of the Void. We're going to be playing Call of the Void with our Outlaw group. A booming voice rings in your head, commanding you to obey in an ancient alien tongue that twists your mind into knots. It calls to you, beckoning you to return to the void. The sounds are deafening, maddening, and you must silence the call. Drawn to a nearby mine entrance, you know that whatever has gotten inside your mind is down there, waiting to embrace you in the abyss. Only by delving deep enough to reach the darkness itself can you stop the voices. Okay, so this is going to start out as a normal mission. We got to journey deep into the mine and find the source, and it's going to be our special. Here are our void sorcerers, but I have the void magus or whatever. He's different. He's like a more powerful version. I guess that's him. Kill him. Okay, whenever the hero posse marker moves onto a growing dread or blood spatter space on the depth track, that effect is triggered. So that could be double trouble there, because you know it's going to get triggered off the first thing, right off the bat, basically. It's triggered just as though the darkness marker had reached it. If this causes an attack, that attack is delayed until the end of the turn, allows you to finish moving, resolving exploration tokens, etc. Any clue icon found immediately moves the hero posse paradise spaces forward on the depth track, ignoring any growing dread or darkness spaces moved over. The spaces that the hero posse marker starts on and ends on are still triggered, however. Okay. So if we find a clue and we move over some and don't start or end on, we don't have to do the first corruption within rule. Manning voices. Anytime the heroes roll devils on the hold back the darkness roll, instead of causing a depth event, the darkness marker on the depth track immediately moves D3 spaces toward, and each hero takes D6 horror hits. So it's going to be moving fast. Once the hero posse marker is at or below the darkness marker on the depth track, you are getting close to finding the source of your torment. Anytime the hold back the darkness roll is failed, roll a d6. On a roll of 1 or 2, add a growing dread card to the stack. On a roll of 5 or 6, the evil is upon you and the showdown begins. Immediately reveal all growing dread cards in the stack as normal, and the heroes must face an epic threat that ambush attacks. Our epic threat is going to be him. Once all enemies have been defeated, we have completed the mission. If the hero posse marker is at or below the darkness, but the showdown has not been triggered yet by failing a hold back the darkness roll, the next time the heroes find a clue icon, they find a thing that's been calling them. All heroes may recover grit up to their max grit and roll a d6 for each growing dread card on the stack. If they discard on a roll of 4+, then reveal any remaining growing dread cards, and the heroes must face an epic threat. So we want to hope. We don't want to fail a growing dread. Oof. Once that happens, once the hero posse and the darkness marker are at, or darkness markers below the hero posse, we want to find hopefully a clue icon. Okay, we're at level 2 because the drifter's still at level 2, although everybody else is at level 3. So let's go ahead and start the game with a hold back the darkness. See how this works. That's a 6 and that's a fail. So we're going to go ahead and move that, and there we go. Alright, let's see here. It says now we have to roll a d6, and on a 1 or 2 we have to add a growing dread card to the stack. 5, so we're good. Okay, well, let's have our heroes go. He rolls 4, the gunslinger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does he have any extra movement? Let me double check. No. The drifter's going to go. He rolls a 1. Okay, well, he'll recover a grit. And let me see if he has anything that's +1 move. No. Let's give him his grit. let's see, who's going to carry what? Dynamite here for him. And dead shots. Let me put these on here just to mark them real quick. Well, okay. Alright, so we're good to go on that. And now it is the Bandito's turn. And he does have a... I believe he does. He has a +1 move because of the adventure boots. He rolls a 1. So he's going to move 2. And he's going to get a grit. And we can't even get out of the first map tile. Alright. Let's go ahead. Roll for darkness. We got an 11, so we're good on that one. Alright. 5. 1, 2. Alright. So let's go ahead and get a map tile here. We have the summoning chamber. That's pretty quick. Alright, let's put that on there. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put a token on the board. We're going to move this. Okay, and now we have to do we have to take a Growing Dread card and put it in the stack. Well, you know, I'm not 100% clear on that. It says, whenever the hero parses the marker with a blood splash trait that affects triggers, though it is darkness marker had reached it. If this is an attack, if this causes an attack, I guess, okay. I guess it just stays in the stack. I guess so. That's what would happen if the darkness marker reached it. Okay, we do the Drifter. He rolls a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the Bandito. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see what the exploration token says. And we have an encounter, and we only have 1 door out of here. So let's figure out our 1 door. It's 6, so it's going to be down. Alright, so let me put that there. And let us do an encounter. Standoff. You enter a room. As you enter a room, you come face to face with a grizzled looking bandito heading in another direction. He stops dead in his tracks, fingers twitching over both loaded holsters. Choose, try to reason with him. It becomes hero cunning 6 if there are any law heroes. Well, I don't have any law heroes. Take him down. Initiative 6+. I might try the cunning. One hero can do it. Who has the best cunning? 3. Well, the Drifter or the Gunslinger, so we have 3 cunning. Alright, well that's good. And I got a 5 on that one, so if passed, he slinks past you and off into the darkness. If failed, he runs past you, guns blazing. Okay, well, we passed. Okay, so there we go. Alright, and let's now roll for darkness again. We got an 8, so we're good. And now let's keep going. Well, the Gunslinger. It's 1, 2. Let's move this here because we know it's going to move. And let's see, let's get a new map tile, a mining room. I think it goes. Yeah, it goes like that. So this is actually going to go like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put exploration token down. Alright. Drifter. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I gotta leave him there so he won't have to do the voices in the darkness. The Bandito. And he gets 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Okay, well, let's see what we get. We get an encounter and a clue icon. Okay, so let's go ahead and move the track up. We got to roll the peril die. 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's gonna end basically start on there. So we're gonna have to get a darkness card. Let's do that. All demonic enemies are now +1 combat. Okay. Alright, so there's that. And we have an encounter. This has a gate, but we're not doing gates, so it only has one exit out. So let's see which way we gotta go. 6, which is, we'll go this way. And let's have another encounter. Alright. A rough grave has been dug here with a simple wooden marker showing the name of a dead traveler. Choose, dig up the grave, look for anything of value. I don't think I will. Take a moment of silence for the dead. All heroes may heal up to 2 wounds, 2 sanity, any mix. Well, okay. Well, nothing really happened, so let's go ahead and roll for darkness. Devils. Uh-oh. Alright, so let's see here. We move the darkness marker immediately D3 spaces. Alright, so let's see how much we're going to do. Well, it's only going to move 1 space. So it goes here. And we have a darkness card. Let's get that. Ambush attack, draw a threat card. Okay, first of all though, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this card. We're going to use the... what is it that I have that gets rid of that? I know I have something. What is it I have? I have something with every group I know. Some groups have more than one. Is it a special ability? Strong arm, no. Cool hand. Oh yeah, that's right. It's that drifter ability, yeah, that I have because on his level. So I can cancel that darkness card. Yeah, there it is, right there. And not have to worry about. Well, no, I do have to. I have to draw another one, but I can cancel that one. But I have to draw another one. Okay, this is all tribal heroes are now +1 damage on combat, both from beast. Okay, I don't have any tribal heroes. Do I? Outlaw? Traveler? No. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's the first part of the thing. And each hero takes D6 horror hits. So we'll start with the gunslinger. He's going to take 6. That's great. 6 horror hits. And he passes all but 1. Okay. The drifter is going to take 6 horror hits. And he passes 3. Ew. Okay. And the bandito is going to take 5. So that was some unlucky stuff right there. And he passes 2. So he's going to take 3 horror hits. Okay. Alright. Well, that's the end of that. Okay. So that was Roll for Darkness. Now let's go ahead and continue with our turn. The gunslinger, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boiler room. Let's see here. Come on. What's here? Here it is. Ah, jeez. Boiler room. What is that called? Yeah, it goes think this is the front of it, so it's going to go like this. 4, 5, 6. Let's put an exploration token on there. Let's move this up 1. Okay. The drifter, he moves 2. 1, 2. And the bandito, he moves 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's next to the drifter. Alright, now I think what the drifter's going to do, I think as the drifter is going to give him, he's going to use his whiskey and go ahead and pass it on to the bandito, and he can heal 3. That's what he needed. Okay, let's see. We have another encounter, but we have 1 door out of here. So let's see which door it's going to be. It's going to be 3, 4, which is straight ahead. Well, this is something to be like an encounter heavy freaking scenario here. Restless Spectre. The rattles of chains fill the room and a dark, raspy laughter follows. Materializing before you, a ghostly figure steps out of the mist, dragging behind him a clanking host of chains and lock boxes. With seemingly sinister intent, he focuses his gaze on you, staring into your soul, frozen in a place your blood runs cold. I gotta do a random hero. It's the freaking bandito. I have to do a Spirit 5 test. We have a Spirit of 3, so it's possible. Alright. And we got it with this last one. If successful, gain 50 experience points as he leans forward and whispers a dark secret into your ear that you must never repeat. Okay. Whatever you say. Alright. Let's go ahead and roll for darkness. 8. We passed. That's good. Alright, let's keep going. Fast-paced game on this one. 3. Well, that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. The drifter. Well, he's going to roll a 1. So there's that. He's going to get a grit. And actually, he can't get any more. So I can re-roll instead. Alright, so he just goes 2. Bandito. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and now we have to roll for darkness. God damn it, doubles again. Holy crap. These double 3s are killing me. Alright. We immediately move the darkness marker 1 space. Well, I'm getting lucky on that. Okay. And now we have to each do our horror hits again. So 6 horror hits again for the gunslinger. He passes 2. Well, that's not good at all. So, alright. The drifter, he's going to take 5. Man. However, he passes all but 1. So he's alright. And the bandito is going to take 5. And he passes 3, so he only takes 2. What do you know? Okay, so let's keep going. The gunslinger, he's going to go 1. Well, he's just going to move 1. We'll do a new map tile here. We have shafts of light. Okay, and let's see here. It's going to go like this. Okay, let's put a token on the board. Let's move this here. Okay, now we have to do the darkness card, and this is discard all other darkness cards currently played. For each card discarded, draw a growing dread card and add it to the stack. Well, that's terrible. So that's 2 more growing dread cards that are going to get added to the stack. Oops, shoot. Let me fix that. Alright, so let's see what our exploration token has in store for us, and it is 2 encounters and 2 doors. Okay, so let's see which door we're not going to be going out of. 4 straight, so I can go either. I'll probably go up because I need the room. Okay, well, let's have our 2 encounters. And our first encounter is hallucinations. The air in this room feels thick and smoky. As you breathe in deeply, you begin to feel lightheaded. The shadows in the corner of your eye begin to take shape, foaming into black, hunched creatures that scurry in the darkness, always just outside your view. All heroes on this map tile are at the start are -1 initiative, -1 to hit rolls, and take 2 horror hits. Okay. Well, that's only the gunslinger right now, so. And he passes one, fails the other. And I probably shouldn't have used that whiskey. Should have saved it for him, because he's at 7, but he has 20, so he's all right. If success with Spirit 5+ test. Okay. If successful, gain 15 experience points. Alright, well, let's do a Spirit 5+ test. Now his Spirit is 2. Yeah, 2. And he failed. It says, for each die that did not roll a 5+, take 2 horror hits. So that's 4 horror hits. God. Okay, passed all but 1. Alright. Now, since this remains in play on this, well, I guess we'll go ahead and do that on those guys. Do Spirit to see. He has a Spirit of 3. The Drifter does. Okay, he passed. And he heals 1 sanity damage for that. He gains 15 experience. However, for each die, take 2 horror hits. So he's got to take 4 horror hits. And he passes 2. Okay. He has a Spirit, the Bandito, of 3. Okay, he failed totally. So he has to take 2, 4, 6 horror hits. Oof, what a horrible roll. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sanity loss. 1 more and he is insane. He has a low sanity. He only has a sanity of 8. Ugh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, let's go ahead and roll for darkness. Oh, devils. Alright, so here we go. We have to move this D3 spaces. This time it's 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. We have to put a Growing Dread card in the stack. And we have to reveal a darkness called all soldier enemies. Okay. Now, we have to each take D6 horror hits again. Okay, so the gunslinger is going to have to take 2 horror hits. He passes 1. The drifter is going to take 6 horror hits. That's great. He passes 2. He's got to take 4. Good God. And he has 16. And the Bandito has to take 6, of course. So I'm pretty sure he's going to fail this. And he does. So now he will We're going to have to revive. We have to use a revive token. But we're going to have to roll once on the madness chart and see what happens. It's a 4. The itching. At the start of each turn, you take 1 hit as you claw your skin. Okay, so the itching. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, the madness is starting to pile up. I don't know what else to say. Alright, so it's the gunslinger's turn. He rolls a 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so. And he has to take 2 horror hits. And he passes. There's a 4. So he passes 1. So he is now at 10 sanity. Okay, it's the drifter's turn. Ah, shit. Well, his grit's max, so he can go again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not on that tile. And the bandito, well, his grit is not maxed, so he can roll. He can take 1. He's going to move 2. And he has to take, of course, 1 hit for the itching. But he passes. Alright, let's roll for darkness. See what happens. Okay, we got a 6, so we fail. So we're here. Okay. Now what's going to happen, hopefully I can find a clue icon on the next turn or something when we move into there. That way we can have the good setup fight. Okay. The gunslinger is going to go. He rolls a 6. And I'm going to put him right here. So we don't have to do the whispers in the darkness. And let me get a freaking tile here. We have explosives. There we go. No, that's not it. This is it. No, that's not it, is it? Jeez, come on. This thing out. Here it is. And this is the long one's going to go. It's going to go like this. So we will put this right here. Okay, come on, let's just stick. Put a token on the board. Okay, now we are even. So even Steven. So we can do that clue thing. Hopefully we get a clue. I haven't had, well no, I had 1 clue. That's right. It's the drifter's turn. He's going to move 2. And now he has to take a horror hit. But he passed. It's the bandito's turn. I'm not that the bandito has to take the horror hit. I'm sorry. He's at max grit, so he'll roll again. 1, 2, 3, and now he has to take his horror hit. Now, it wasn't the drifter that had to do that, and he's going to fail. So he's going to take 1 damage. All right, let's see what we got. We have a clue icon and 2 encounters. Let me see what happens here. Or is at or below. Showdown has not been triggered by the next time the heroes find a clue icon. They have discovered a thing. All heroes recover grit and roll a d6 for each growing dread card in the stack. And now we have to face the epic threat. So we're not going to do the encounter. Let's do the growing dread cards in the stack. On a 4+, we get to get rid of the growing dread cards. No. No. Come on. No. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I should have used a grit on that, some of those. So, let's see here. Move the darkness 1 step forward on the depth track. Okay, so here we go. And I have to draw a darkness card, and this is Flood of Bats. Excuse me. Alright, each hero takes 2 horror hits. Okay, let's start with that. The gunslinger. Okay, he's going to fail 1. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The drifter He passes both. The Bandito, he fails both. Okay. And then gains 10 experience. And pass a strength 4+ test or lose 1 Darkstone. Okay. I think his strength is, the Gunslinger strength is 2. Alright. 4+ he passed. The Drifter strength is 2. Let's see if he has any. 3. So he has 3. He passed. And the Bandito strength is 4, 5, 6. Shoot. Dang it. Keep dropping dice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he passed. So nobody's losing Darkstone on that. Okay, so that's good. Oh, he's kind of still on this tile too, so I'm going to have to do 2 horror hits for him since he's still on that tile. Or did I already do that? Well, I haven't moved him. Yeah, I did move. Yeah, okay, I already did his horror hit. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I did his horror hit. Alright, so let's do the other darkness cards here. Immediately draw and play D3 darkness cards if at the mission objective any enemies generated are simply added to the final fight. Okay, let's see. That's 3. So let's see what cards we're going to give. All void enemies are now +1 defense. It's horrible. Cold death. For each wound or hurt, immediately takes another wound. God damn it. Okay, so actually, the Bandito is going to take another wound. And then do the same for sanity damage, ignoring willpower. Well, that is horrible. God. Okay, well, this is going to be a big fail because of this card. And I really wanted to show off the... because I don't have enough revive, and I really wanted to show off things. So I'm going to cheat because I really wanted to show. I don't want to end it like this. I want to show off the final battle with the big void sorcerer and how that goes. So I'm going to cheat. We're going to ignore the second half of this card just for those kind of purposes. I don't want to cheat, but I want to keep this video going, so we'll just ignore that. Okay, add a Growing Dread card to the stack. Alright. Each hero must make a willpower save. For each failed save, move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. Okay. The Gunslinger, 4, he made it. The Drifter, 5, he made it. And the Bandito, he failed. I'm going to spin a grit, and we're going to roll that again. I can't, jeez. 4, he fails. So it's going to move 2 steps forward, and we're at another darkness card. Every hero, for each mutation they have. I don't have any mutations, so there we go. Okay, alright. Now, the last Growing Dread card, immediately play, god damn it, D3 darkness cards. 2. Alright, I don't have to play 1. Every hero immediately takes 2 wounds, ignoring defense, and 1 corruption hit for each mutation they have. Okay, I don't have any of that. Alright, again, that card, since he had 9 sanity damage, he would have made it to 18, and he would have went out. He has 11, that would have made it to 22, he would have went out. So we would have lost, okay? So, I don't want to end it on that, so we're just gonna play a little. We're gonna have a little cheat. And as you know, if you've watched my series, I don't do this, okay? However, I just don't want to end the game like this, being, hey, we haven't fought anything or anything like that. Now, if we lose to these guys, it's fine. I fully understand that. Okay, before we set up for the final battle, let's have a look at Void Sorcerers. They have initiative of 5. They have Void Magic at the start of its activation if not adjacent to a hero. After any retreat move, a Void Sorcerer rolls a d6. On a 1 through 3, it hurls a Void Bolt targeting as per shootout. On a 4 through 6, it casts a random spell from the Void Magic deck. Okay? And range 16, 3 shots, 2 damage, ignores defense. Void Sorcerer combat hits ignore defense. When making a melee attack, Void Sorcerers attack every adjacent hero. Okay. Void Shield immune to critical hits unless adjacent to the attacker. 4/4, move 7, combat 1, damages the peril die, 2 defense, 15 health. Now, the big sorcerer guy has +2 initiative, so he's going to be the highest initiative. He's going to have 7. All of its void magic spells are level 3, +1 combat, and +10 health. Okay? So we know he's in here because that is an objective. But we have to see how many hounds and sorcerers there will be. Now, let's have a look at the hounds. I know we've gone against them before, but let's see. Initiative 7, lying in wait, always starts from ambush, and each hero takes D3 horror hits at the start of the turn in which the Void Hounds appear. Okay. A Void Hound's defense is equal to the current initiative level in the turn order. Void Hounds may move through other models. At the start of the Void Hound activation, after initial ambush, roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, all Void Hounds change targets. On a 6, all Void Hounds retarget a single hero. They have no range attacks, 3 melee, move 10, combat 6, damage 1, defense, like it said above, and 5 health. Okay, so we can go ahead and we're going to roll the peril die. Well, actually, we roll a 6-sider. We only have 3 Void Hounds. And see how many we have of the Void Hounds. We have 2 Void Hounds. Okay, now we know they start from ambush attack, so let's see which 2 they're going to start at. 3, which is the Drifter, and he is right here. And the next one is 3 again, which would be the Drifter again. So they're going to ambush the Drifter. Okay, and now we're going to see how many Void Sorcerers we have. 2. That means we're only going to have 1 Void Sorcerer. Alright, and then we're going to have, of course, the big magic guy. So, he's going to get down here, and then, of course, he will be right, well, that's right there and right there. Okay, now, he's normal, so he can cast stuff like that and everything. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and roll for darkness so we can start off the next round. And we get a 7. That is not good enough. And so this is going to go here, and we have to do a Growing Dread card. Let's do this. The darkness move 1 step forward on the depth track. Okay, we did that. If it moves onto a blood splatter, it did not. So, and we only have so many turns now, so it's not looking too good. Alright, so let's get everything going, and we're going to start with the Void Hounds that are attacking the Drifter. Now they have a 6 combat, because they're going to go first. They're ambush attacks, so they have a +2. So, see, it always starts from ambush, and each hero takes 3 horror hits at the start of a turn in which the Void Hounds appear. Okay, let's start with that first. Alright, the Gunslinger is going to take 3 horror hits. He passes all but 1. Okay. The Drifter, he fails 2. And of course our bandito, he passed 2, fails 1. Okay, so now the Void Hounds are going to do attack. We'll do first Void Hound, 6 hits. Alright, and they need a 3 or higher to hit, so that's pretty good on them. And let's see if he can defend against 5 hits. And he defends against 1, so he's going to take 4 damage. Jeez. Okay. The next one is going to attack. Okay, and that is 5 hits again. God, man, I can't defend against any of this crap. Oh, man. Alright, well, 3. No, I do. It's 2. No. He got a 4. That's 5 damage. Wow. Okay. That was a beating. Okay. Now we have the major one first. And we're going to roll and see what he does. Let's see here. 4. So it's going to use a spell. Okay. So let's see what spell it does. It does discard this card when the next non-chant void spell is cast. Void chant, okay. That spell is cast at 1 spell higher. If the spell would already be cast at a max spell level, then additional spell is cast. What the hell? I don't understand that. Non-chant void spell is cast. Discard when the next non-chant. Okay. 1 level higher. If the spell would already be at max spell level, then an additional spell is cast with it at its normal spell level. Okay, I think there's a thing in here on the book. It says void chant. One of the more common void magic spells is a void chant. The spell does nothing but rather enhances the next void magic spell by making it 1 spell higher. It remains in play. Okay, so we got to pick another spell. It's going to do 1 spell higher, but he's already kind of like the highest you can get, so I don't see the point in that for him. Okay, well, here we go. It's going to do 1 spell higher. He's going to do 4 damage. All enemy ranged and melee attacks are +1 damage during their next activation. Okay. Well, alright, so then this guy's got to go. And let's see what he's going to do. 3. So he's going to shoot the bolt. Has 16 range. The gunslinger's right in its way. 3 shots, 2 damage apiece. But it's going to do higher because he does 4 damage because he's 1 level higher. So no, he's at regular level. That's right. He's at regular level, 3 damage because remember it said the next spell you pick. I think it says. Well, I don't know. It's a little confusing here. The next spell does this spell, but enhances the next void magic spell 1 level higher. All right, so just to be safe, he's going to be level 4 damage. Okay, so he's going to get 3 shots, and he misses 1, hits 2, ignoring defense. Okay, so defense is a no-no on this, and it does 2 plus 4, 6, so that's 12 damage he just took. He just got whopped for 12 damage. Okay. Wow. Alright, now it's our hero's turn. Well, actually, I forgot a couple things. First thing I forgot was the gunslinger's ability. The second thing I forgot is the gunslinger has a higher okay, let me take that out. We're gonna have to redo that. The gunslinger has a higher initiative than him. He has a higher initiative because he's at +2 initiative, so he has 7. The Void Hounds have 7 as well because of the ambush attack, but they always have 7. So he's at 6. So what's actually going to happen is he gets to go first. So what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of redo this. We're going to roll for him, but first he's on this tile. Remember. Oh, that's right. At the start of each turn, our -1 initiative. Okay, well, no, alright, so that's right, he is on that tile. So he is -1 initiative, which would make him the same. That is correct. Yeah, so actually, we're going to go ahead and do that like it was. But I want to move him off that tile, but he's got to take 2 horror hits first, so let's do this. Okay, he passes 1. Okay, now let's roll for his movement. 1. Okay, well, I'll give him a grit. So we'll just move him 1. He's off that tile now, though, so that's good. And he will attack, of course, but I did forget to do his quick in the dead, his quick draw ability, the quick in the dead, thing where he immediately does that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. He does have a 7 range. I want to try to target the big guy. So let's see what we do with that. Alright, it's 2 shots plus 1. Alright, well, he is 1. I can. Okay, well, that was just 1. Alright, so that's 1 hit. And he's going to do 2. Yeah. I'm going to re-roll that. 5. Okay, so that's better. 5 plus 2. Wait, 5 plus 1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. And if I add a dead shot, that's 10 damage on that guy. Now, they do have a immune to critical hits. Well, that was not a critical hit. And let me see here. He's plus 10 health. So, 10 damage on that guy. Minus his defense, which is 2. So it's 8 damage. And that's not bad for a free attack. Okay, now comes his regular turn. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do. Okay, well, that's 1 hit. Actually, that's 2 hits. I'm sorry. He needs a 3 or higher. Okay, so let's roll. Well, 1 good and 1 bad. All right, so 1 plus 3 is 4, and if I use another Deadeye shot, that's 5, 6. And then minus 2 would be another 4. So I think I'll do that. So he's going to take 4 more for 1 shot. Okay. So he's now at 1, 2, 12. He's not 12. Okay, so let's put these 2 here. Take that off. Alright. Okay. Now the second shot was 6. And it's going to be 6 plus 3 is 9. Plus if I use another 2, that's going to be 11. Minus 2 is 9. So they have a health of 15. He has a health of 25, to be honest with you. So I take this one away. 10. It's 21 damage. Alright. Next up is the Drifter. Now the Drifter is going to get the free boot knife attack. And remember, these guys' defense is equal to the current initiative level in turn order. So actually we're at level 5. See, I've never always been straight on this. I've always been like, okay, yeah, I guess it's level 5. I don't know. Actually, He's going to be -1 because he's on that tile. So it's going to be 4, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how the Void Hound thing works. I've always been confused about that. But first, let's get our drifter straight. First thing we have to do is we have to take 2 horror hits. Oh, they're a +1 defense. That's right, they're +1 defense. So I did 3 hits. I got to take 3 away. So we'll just take 3 away. And add 2. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with his horror hits. Okay, passes 1, fails the other. Okay, let's roll for his movement. Okay, and now we have the boot knife. And let's see here. That's a free one, and I'm going to attack the one in front of me. Well, that's a big miss. I'm going to have to spin a grid on that. 3. Okay, that's actually a hit. That's a range. So it's a 3. And I do 5 plus 2 is 7. But their initiative is, his initiative is 4. So it's 3 damage. Okay. I think I'm doing it right. I may not be doing it right, and I'll, avoid is equal to the current initiative level in turn order. Well, the current initiative level now is 4 because he's -1. So I'm sticking by that. All right. So now we get his guns. He gets 3 shots. And look at that. 2 hits and a crit. Wow, that's pretty good. And I get to roll another one because of my gunfighter ability. Alright, so that's 4 hits. So these are regular damage. Okay, well this here is going to be no damage whatsoever. This is going to be 5, and that's going to kill this thing right here. Because they have a health of 5, 4. Well, actually, that's not true. This and this will kill that one. I have to use both of those. That's just enough to kill him. So that's fine. So he's going to gain 30 experience for that. Okay. Now this is a crit, so it's going to go through his defense. Oh, and I'll spend his next crit, his last crit, to re-roll that. Now that's terrible. Okay, well that's fine. That's 2 damage to him. Going through his defense. Okay. Now it's the Bandito's turn. And he has to take some horror hits, but he's not being attacked, so he's going to try to move. Okay. He fails those horror hits. So he's going to take 2 more sanity damage. Okay. And now, let's see, we're going to use the Axe of Savagery. So I have a combat of 3 because I think he has no? Axe of Savagery, +1, yeah, +1 combat. Okay, well I do get a crit and I get a regular hit. This one's a miss. So let's roll for the crit real quick. 6, that's enough to kill him. So he is dead. Okay. So he is out. And now we have the start of a brand new turn. Let's go ahead and roll for darkness. And we get a 6 and we fail. So this is going here. Alright, and we have the blood splatter, so we have this. All undead enemies. Okay, we don't have any undead. And now it is the big wizard guy's turn. And let's see what he's going to decide to do. 1. Okay, he's going to do a, I believe, a void bolt. But again, I think that does that last for another? No, that goes away. I think he does a void bolt because the other guy didn't cast a spell either, and I don't remember. Let's see, he says. Until the next spell. No, it will remain in play. Okay, so until the next spell is drawn, this is going to remain in play. For him, that guy didn't draw a spell last time. So we have +4 damage to everything. And so he's going to do a bolt, and he has 3 shots. And he's going to pop the gunslinger again. Wait a minute. At the start of his activation, if it's not adjacent to a hero, okay, it was not. Hits ignored when making immune to critical hits unless adjacent to attack. Okay. Wow. Okay, so he hit 3 times. Can we block any of these? Oh, we cannot block 2 of them. So, wow. Whew. 2. Alright, 2 + 4 is 6. That's another 12 damage. And he is down. Now we have to use our second revive token. Okay, and that's it. Let's go ahead and roll and see what kind of injury he has. An 8. Oh, and I forgot to do his itching. Let me do his itching. Alright, he takes another itch. Alright, and he has a crushed arm. He is now -1 combat. Okay. Alright. Okay, now the other one gets to go. And the other one, let's see what we're going to do with him. He's not in line of sight of anybody that's downed, so he can move 7 spaces. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to do a spell of his own. And let's see what it is. Torrent. All heroes immediately take D6 horror hits. Well, that's okay. Well, that's fine. He won't, but these 2 will. So let's start with the Drifter. And he's going to take 6 horror hits, of course. And he passes 1, 2, 3, 4. He only takes 2 horror hits. So he's still in there. Barely, but he's still in there. The Bandito is going to take 4 horror hits. And he passes 2, so he's only taking 2 horror hits, but still, he's getting there. And we got to start getting worried now about some sanity stuff. Okay, but I can use the healing stone. Once per venture, heal 2d6 wounds, 2d6 sanity from any single hero. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal the Drifter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 6 for each, 5 and a 1. 6. So I'm going to take 3 sanity and heal that. And I'm going to heal 3 wounds. Okay. The gunslinger is now waking up. And what we're going to do is I'm going to discard the nano repair. We're done with it. We have used it now to fully heal a hero's health. Or to remove an injury, mutation, or parasite. And he's going to use that nano repair to heal his injury, his crushed arm. So this is we no longer have that. I do have to take a corruption, but now we are good to go. Okay. And I'm going to take my shots now, but I'm going to roll. For movement, and I get a 2. I'm going to go 1, 2. And let me take my shots. Okay, that's a big fail. However, I'm going to spin a grit. Okay, that's a critical hit. Now they're immune to critical, but so unless you're adjacent to them, so that's fine. I was not adjacent to them, so I just do my regular damage. It's 5. Now plus 3 is 8, and plus 2 is 10. Now they have a 3 defense, so that's 7. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, and that's going to be 25 exactly, and that is enough to kill the big void sorcerer guy. So this thing can go out now, and he is no longer in play. Okay, it's the drifter's turn, and we have to take 2 horror hits, and he fails them both. Good thing he just healed some of those. And let's roll for his movement. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he can't do anything. He's too far away. The bandito, let's do his horror hits. And luckily he passed his, or we'd have problems. And he's going to roll for movement. 2. God dang it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so as the end of the turn, and let's go ahead and roll for darkness. And we passed that time. Okay, so alright, he has initiative of 5, that void sorcerer. Our gunslinger is going to go ahead and go again. Let's roll for his movement. 6, and he's going to go right next to him, and we're going to try to take him out with this. But I don't know, he has 15 health, so we'll see. Okay, well that's 2 hits. And let's see. Oh, that might have did it. Okay, 6 plus 3 is 9, and then plus 2 is 11. Now, they have 3 defense, so that's 8 damage. But if I do the exact same thing with this, use my final dead shot, and then my other 3, that's 16 damage total. He has 15 health, and he is out of there. Ha ha. And we killed these guys. Man, but boy was it hard. We had to use both revives. Hell. Woo. Okay. Wow. So let's go ahead and heal, catch our breath a little bit, and heal, and then let's go ahead and see what our rewards are. Well, we know we're going to get a loot card. We get 25 experience each, and then it says, we each get a loot card, and then we each get a mine artifact card. So let's start with the loot. Okay, it's a gear card, so the gunslinger is going to get a new gear, and it's stuck together, man. Iron Cross, +1 combat. When attacking you, demons, undead, and ghosts are -1 to their hit rolls. Holy only. Well, I can't do anything with that, so we're going to end up selling that. We have to go to town anyways, so that's fine. Okay. The Drifter gets a dark stone. He's 20 experience. And the Bandito, he gets a dark stone, 20 experience. Okay, and now they each get a mine artifact. So let's see what we get. We got Broken Statue, +1 lore. You may hold up to 1 additional corruption point before gaining a mutation. That's actually pretty good, so we'll take that. The Drifter is going to get Otherworld artifact. No, I'm not gonna do that. We'll just keep going. Oh man, now I've hit the damn stack of this. Lucky Horseshoe. Discard Lucky Horseshoe to gain a revive token for the hero posse. Wow, that'll come in handy. I'm keeping that. And another artifact is Scroll of Flames. Discard to gain free attack. Requires Spirit 3 or higher to use. Alright, I have that. Place 4 Hellfire markers. And it's basically in range 8 off. Wow, Hellfire do 1 hit. Wow, okay, I'll take it. Scroll of Flames. That's interesting. Okay. Now before we head into town, let's see his corruption point for the Darkstone. No, he does not. He fails it, so he's got a 1 corruption. Oh wait, I have Spirit Armor 5+. I forgot about that the whole time. All right, so I don't gain a corruption. Bandito. No, he's going to take a corruption. Yeah. For the Darkstone. Okay, well we're going to head home. And yeah, we got to heal the Bandito from the itch. And we have to remove some corruption and sell the Iron Cross. So let us do that. And let me get that set up. Okay, so the adventure took place here at number 8, Glory's Anthem. And the closest place is Conrad's Claim, and that's a mining town. So that's where we're going to head to, is the mining town. Of course, let's go ahead and roll for our 25, our adventures here. Let's see what we get. Blood Moon. Until the end of the next adventure, all heroes are +1 spirit. Any depth event rolled while holding back the darkness adds a growing dread card to the stack instead of a normal result. Okay. The next one is 55. Massacre Train Wagon. Each hero can decide to pass it by without looking too close or to sift through the gore to look if anything useful. If you search, no, we're not going to search. We're just going to pass by. And 31. Okay. March of the Lost Army. Each hero must make a luck 5+ test. Okay. Now the Gunslinger has a luck of 5. So let's see what he can get. He passes, so he's going to gain 20 experience. The Drifter has a luck of 1. 2 actually, so. And he passed, look at that. So he gets 20 experience. And the Bandito has a luck of 1, 2 as well. And he passed. God, that's 3 passes in a row, so we're rolling really good. And so that was it. We don't have to worry about that. And that was our 3 things. Now, a mining town, for those who don't know, is a mining town always includes a general store location, and everything sold at the general store is minus $25. The mines in this area are booming during the next adventure. While in the mines, anytime a hero finds gold, they may gain $10 extra, and anytime you gain Darkstone, you gain 1 extra shard. The massive boom of local mining has uncovered countless new portals, releasing all manner of creatures and evil to find their way to surface. When rolling to see if there's a town event at the end of each day, roll an extra die. Either roll may trigger a town event. If a town event is triggered, set the darkness back 1 day. Alright. Now, we have our daily event. We have no effect, so we have to roll this. Let's see what we do. We get a 5 dust. Heroes may not use grits in town today. Alright. We have heroes can purchase Darkstone at the cost for $150 each. Some mining tools, a Darkstone pick, whatever. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to send everybody. We know we have to send the Bandito to the church. The Gunslinger has got to go to the church. And the Drifter, I guess he won't go anywhere. We'll start with the Gunslinger. He's got to get rid of corruption. So he'll minus 100. And let's see here. Okay. Oh, that's right. You roll a d6 minus 2. Okay, 4 minus 2 is 2. I only had 1 corruption, so that's fine. And that is good for him. The Bandito has to pay 100. And he only has 1 corruption. Okay. And he rolls a 3. And good thing with that, so there's fine. Okay. Now we have to do his, well, since we can't use grit, there's no point. Oh, yeah, let's do his gift. We forgot to roll for our location event. And we have a 5. All rituals require 1 dark stone in addition to their normal cost. Okay, well, alright, so we have to each lose a dark stone. So he'll go to 6 and he'll go to 6. Alright, and now we have to do his ritual to get rid of the madness. So he now has 5 dark stone. Let's see how much. 6. Ah, man, $300. Alright, and now let's roll and see what we can get. Well, I rolled a 6, so that was really well. Gain +2 sanity for the experience. Wow. That's good. We needed that. Now it puts me up to 10, and I get rid of my madness. Okay, wow, that was... Oh, let's see if we have any end of the day adventures. We do not. So let's go ahead and go to the next day. We have to go to the general store, honestly, to sell some items. We have no effect, so let's see what we get. A 5 again. We can't use grit. And let's see what the general store stuff is, and that's a 5 again. Cost increase. All purchase prices are +50, but we're not. We're just selling that thing back. And so that's it. And let's see if we have any end of the day stuff. We do not. And so there we go. The voids. We got to see them really well. Now I know I want this is going to be a win, but technically it needs to have an asterisk beside it, because remember, I did technically lose, but I kept going on for that. So honestly, I probably shouldn't have got any rewards, but yeah. I don't know how to say that. I just don't want to come off as a cheater. But I did that basically for everybody else's benefit. So I just didn't have a boring old regular thing. But I hope to see you next time. And next time, our heroes, we're going to be going to a new other world. So until then, have fun.